Is it on? Are we filming? Hello and welcome to Fed Moments, brought to you by the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. Now, here at the Fed, we understand the value of communication during these testing economic conditions. And as such, we are committed to keeping you in the loop when it comes to our strategic thinking. So, on behalf of Chairman Powell and all my other colleagues here, may I therefore welcome you to another Fed Moment.
Hooray!
Fear not, it is I. But in case you were getting excited at the prospect of a Fed moment, then you are in luck because we have one coming at us in just a few hours' time. If you take a look at the Fed's calendar, a schedule only slightly further down the excitement scale than a Motley Crue tour itinerary, you'll notice that the holiday lull is being lifted a little today. That's because, sandwiched between two pretty spicy sounding talks by Fed Governor Michelle Bowman in the fine state of Arkansas, is the release of the minutes of the Federal Open Markets Committee meeting that was held late last month.
Stop the world and let me off.
Okay, now I know this sounds about as exciting as rummaging through Jerome Powell's underwear drawer, but it's most likely why the crypto markets and others are looking a little lackluster today. You see, these Fed minutes, even though they come after the latest rate hike, after the latest CPI print, and in the middle of the Fed's summer break, could offer some idea of what Jerome and his buddies are thinking about the state of the US economy. As such, markets will be watching closely because a glimpse into the Fed's brain amounts to some good alpha regarding what may lie ahead. So we essentially have two likely scenarios here. One, the minutes reveal that the Fed is generally feeling pretty good about inflation and how the US economy is holding up in the face of rising interest rates. Now, this could indicate that the expected rate hike in September is lower than what the markets are currently expecting. Now, if this plays out, we could see markets rally. Or there is scenario 2. Jerome and his buddies are in fact feeling pretty damn gloomy about the state of things and are mumbling darkly about having to open up several more cans of whoop-ass on inflation's, well, ass. The markets will read this as a sign that September's rate hike could be a big one and dump accordingly. The near euphoria that erupted when the July CPI figure came in lower than expected last week was never likely to last long, and some negative vibes from the last meeting, albeit one that took place before those figures came out, could be enough to have markets reaching for the Prozac. So, today's Fed moment could be consequential. Unless any Fed officials decide to start mouthing off about the state of the economy, inflation, etc. in the next few days, then the next time to tune in will be around the 26th of August, when we are in fact due a possible omnibus edition of Fed Moments, the show you didn't know you needed in your life. That's because on that day, we will see the release of the personal consumption expenditure data, the Fed's preferred inflation bellwether, and the revised GDP data for Q2, which could in fact be a lot worse than the figures everyone got so gloomy about recently. Or they could be better and everyone might stop saying the word recession for 5 minutes. All the while, the Jackson Hole Symposium will be in full swing, typically a time when Jerome feels compelled to speak his mind. So, stock up on popcorn, put plenty of beers in the fridge, and get ready for next week's Freaky Friday.